बाबा बाहेर गेलेले आले.
लेक्चर करू बघ.
माइक चालू करायचा, गाणं बंद करायचं.
Am I visible to you all? Yes. Am I visible and am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Who is here with unmute mic? I can hear the noise. Now I'm going to share the screen. In is the screen visible now? Today we are going to start the unit 3 of your subject algorithms, and that is greedy methods. The algorithm which are designed with greedy methods. There we can go for solving the problems with the help of algorithm which are designed like with the help of greedy methods. Okay, and all those algorithms who are designed with this method are known as greedy algorithms. Now, what is greedy method? We will see. Contents of this unit are general method is generally what we do, that we are going to see in the general method. What is actually the word is there, that we are going to see. Then knapsack problem is there. Knapsack problems means some weight is given there, and with the profit we have to collect that weight. Okay, like that. Then job sequencing is there. Minimum minimum cost spanning tree is there. Then in that two algorithms are there, Prim's algorithm and Kruskal's algorithm. Then optimal storage on types problem is there, and optimal merge patterns are there. And then single source shortest paths. All these come under the greedy methods. Okay, Greedy algorithms are used for solution of this type of problems. Okay, we get the optimal solution with the help of greedy methods. We can see how we get it. The general method of greedy algorithms. Okay, among all the algorithmic approaches, the simplest and straightforward approach is the greedy method. Okay, we have seen the algorithmic approaches up till now is divide and conquer. The first one is, and now the second one we are going to see is general method. What is written there, we can see among all the algorithmic approaches, the simplest and straightforward approach is the greedy method. Okay, straightforward it is, because why it is straightforward we will see in the next statement. That is, in this approach, the decision is taken on the basis of current available information without worrying about the effect of the current decision in future. Okay, in this approach, the decision is taken. How the decision is taken? On the basis of current available information. Okay, whichever the information we have currently, in that the past information also included. Okay, means whichever the steps we are going to perform in this current state, and whichever the steps we have already followed in the past, all these contents are considered here in the greedy method, without worrying about the effect of the current decision in future. Why it is greedy? Because here the algorithm is considering only the current available information. It is not considering the effect of that decision in the future. Okay, whichever is the decision will be there, whatever the result of that decision will be there, effect of that decision will not be considered by the algorithm. It will just see that it is this step we can follow, and we will follow this. Okay, for the maximum profit to gain. Then greedy algorithms build a solution part by part, choosing the next part in such a way that it gives an immense benefit. This approach never reconsiders the choices taken previously. Greedy algorithms build a solution part by part. Okay, again, part by part solution is there. Means first I have two, suppose the general example we can take is means suppose while taking admission in a college, what is the step? Just I want this college. Okay, part by part. Then I will consider, if I get this college, I will take this type of branch here. Okay, means part by part. First we consider the college, in which college we have to get admission. Then we thought about the branch. Okay, which branch I want in this college. These type of decisions are there. Part by part the decisions are taken. Okay, greedy algorithms build a solution part by part, choosing the next part in such a way Okay, from the current available information, I want to take the next part. Okay, how I will choose the next part, that it gives an immediate benefit. Okay, immediate benefit is considered. मला आता यापासून फायदा होतोय. Okay, I will choose this. Okay, part by part solution is there, and next part I will consider is I will take this decision because I'm getting maximum benefit. Okay. Then this approach never reconsiders the choices taken previously. Okay. Means I have taken the decision which goes wrong, but this general greedy method, it does not reconsider. That means it was a bad choice done by me. It never goes back. It just takes that decision and forgets it. Okay, I have taken the decision on the basis of benefits that I got, and now if I fail to take that decision, means I fail to prove that my decision is right, then what it is, I will not reconsider my decision. Okay, कळतंय काय ग्रीडी मेथड काय पार्ट बाय पार्ट सोल्युशन बिल्ड करणार आहे. नेक्स्ट पार्ट विल बी इन सच अ वे that it will give the immediate benefit. Okay, by and if that whose mic is unmute, please mute yourself. B40, who is division B, roll number 40, mute yourself. Bhushan, mute yourself. What it is doing is considering part by part solution, choosing the next part in such a way that it will give the immediate benefit. And if that immediate benefit choice goes wrong in the context or in the next step, that I felt that it is not the correct decision taken by me, but then also it does not reconsider that step. Okay, means it leaves that state, it leaves that state, it does not reconsider. Okay, this is the greedy method. Okay, can anybody tell me the dictionary meaning of greedy? Yes, many of you might have searched up till now. What is the dictionary meaning of greedy? Yes. Greedy.
It means excessive desire.
It means excessive desire. Okay. Means what again? I want to get is the maximum profit. I have the constraint that I will have to do this part. Okay, constraint means what? I will have the limited options. Okay, from those options I will choose the option that will give me the immediate benefit. Okay, that will give me the immediate benefit. And again but if that state fails to give me the immediate benefit, it won't be considered again. Okay, however I take the decision for that state to be taken, but it fails, then I never reconsider that choice which was wrong previously. Okay. Then this approach is mainly used to solve optimization problems. It is what? This approach is mainly used to solve optimization problems. Okay. You may have seen in first year maximization, minimization, and optimization. Optimization is what? It is in between the maximum and minimum. It's not actually the means no. Optimization means we means desired value. Okay, we get the desired value. It might not be maximum, it might not be minimum, but it will be optimum. It will be desired, which will be right for that particular thing to be done. Okay, optimum value means what? Uh, uh, you have seen in first year. Optimization means whichever is the correct for that state, that is nothing but optimization. Okay. In case of many other means we consider the suppose blood reports or blood sugar, we will take for example. What the optimum level for blood sugar level is? If it's fasting, it's below 110. Okay, and we are it's after meal, it is below 140. Okay, like this means it is the uh, optimum value of that, not maximum, not minimum. Okay, getting optimum means which is right there, which is the fittest value. Okay, the value which is fitting exactly there, that is nothing but the optimization. Okay, means here in greedy method what we are getting is optimum values for as the solutions of the problems. Okay, in many problems it does not produce an optimal solution, though it gives an approximate solution in a reasonable time. Okay, what it is saying, it may not give uh, uh, optimal solutions. Okay, greedy methods may not give optimal solutions in many problems, but it will give a approximate solution. Okay, means it will be near optimal solution. Approximate means it will give the near optimal solution. What we want from greedy methods is the optimum solution, but in many problems it may not give the exactly optimal solution. It will give us approximate solution which will be near optimal solution, and it gives in a reasonable time. Okay, again the time complexity is very important here. It will give us that approximate solution in reasonable time. Okay, so these greedy approaches are used, greedy algorithms are used. Now, greedy method is easy to implement and quite efficient in most of the cases. Okay, what it is saying, greedy method is easy to implement. Okay, easy to implement and quite efficient. Quite efficient means it will give us the optimal solution or approximate solution in most of the cases. So uh, these are efficient one. Okay, greedy methods are efficient one and they're easy to implement also. Okay, we will see with the help of examples and all those things here. So we will get now the first example we are going to consider in case of greedy methods is knapsack problem. Okay, first we will see what is the components of greedy algorithms. Okay, greedy algorithms have the following 5 components. Which are those? A candidate set will be there, means whichever the problem set is given, that will be known as candidate set. A solution is created from this set. Okay, means the given data, we call it as, is known as a candidate set. A selection function. Okay, what is this selection function? It is used to choose the best candidate to be added to the solution. Okay, selection function, what this selection function does, it is used to choose the best candidate. Okay, now as we have seen the in definition of greedy methods, it is part by part solution, and the next part to be choose is on the basis of it will give me the maximum benefits. Okay, maximum. And how I am going to consider that, how that uh, next state is giving me the maximum benefit, I will apply some function on that. Okay, some selection function will be there, some, it will have some criteria. Okay, from that criteria I will say that it is the best solution for this part of the problem. Okay, getting what the selection function is? I'm taking decisions part by part. Okay, and to take those decisions I have to apply some selection criteria. Okay, so a selection function will be there. Getting? Now, next is a feasibility function. Feasibility, firstly I use the selection function, then I went for feasibility function. What is the feasibility function? It is used to determine whether a candidate can be used to contribute to the solution. Okay, uh, by adding the solution, whether means whatever the part we are going to choose for the solution of the given candidate set, some feasibility function will be applied there to see whatever we are getting is correct or not. Okay, what the feasibility function is? It is used to determine whether a candidate can be used. Okay, candidate means what? And a single element from candidate set. Okay, single element from candidate set. Getting? It is now feasibility function. What it will do? The chosen function will be there, or a chosen candidate will be there with the help of selection function. It will again consider the same solution for the feasibility function. Okay, from the feasibility function we will get whether the decision taken by us is correct or not. Okay, simply in these words we can say, means by not going into more critics, we can say that selection function, what it does, it selects the next part to be added to the solution. Okay, what the feasibility function? By adding the part which is selected with the selection function, will it be giving us the maximum profit? That will be considered with the help of feasibility function. Okay. Next is an objective function. Now, what the objective function is? It is used to assign a value to a solution or a partial solution. Okay. Objective function, it is used to assign value to a solution or a partial solution. Means here now, while using the greedy methods, we are doing it with the help of part by part. Means part by part the solution we are going to see. Then some selection criteria will be applied. The next part to be added in the solution, that will be chosen. With the help of feasibility function or feasibility criteria, we will see for the uh, maximum profit for that state to be added. Okay. Then what the next step will be? Objective function. Now it will assign the values to the given problem, or to take the solution from that. Okay. It will assign some values to get the solution or a partial solution. In here we are taking the partial solution, means what? Again, part by part we are solving the problem. Means the solution for this part, solution for second part, solution for third part. So partial solution will be there. Okay. Then the next is solution functions. It is used to indicate a complete solution has been reached. Okay. The final state or final step of that problem will be the solution, and that will be known as a solution function. Okay. Greedy is an algorithmic paradigm that builds up a solution piece by piece, always choosing the next piece that offers the most obvious and immediate benefit, which is means up till now what we have seen is in this only one sentence is there. Greedy is an algorithmic paradigm that builds up a solution piece by piece, always choosing the next piece that offers the most obvious and immediate benefit. Okay. So the problems where choosing locally optimal also leads to global solution are best fit for greedy. Okay. What this sentence is saying, by solving the problems locally, we can lead to global solutions of the problems, because again the local problem also we are solving part by part or piece by piece, and this global solution, how we will get it? The part by part solutions again, and parts of that global solution will be the local solutions. Okay. Whatever the solutions we get for local problems, that will be same applied for the global one. Okay. It is all about the general method of greedy algorithms. Now we will see the knapsack problem. Okay. The first scenario for greedy methods, we are going to see the knapsack problem. Given a set of items, each with a weight and a value, determine a set of items to include in a collection so that the total weight is less than or equal to a given limit and the total value is as large as possible. Okay. Now see here, given a set of items, okay, we will have some items, each with a weight and a value. Each will have a weight, okay, and value means what? We will consider here this value as the profit, okay. We will consider this as a profit. Value means some weight will be there and profit will be there, okay. Determine a subset of items to include in a collection, okay. We have given a set of items. Now what we want is, we want to determine a subset of items to include in a collection. What that subset will contain? The total weight is less than or equal to a given limit, okay. Some limit weight for the knapsack will be given and we will have several items, okay. So that items we include in the knapsack should be less than or equal to that desired weight, okay. Desired weight of knapsack problems means, here you can see in the diagram that A, B, C, three are the items we can see, okay. A is one item, B is, and C is third one. And the capacity of this knapsack we can see here, that sack pota types kaitari diste, okay. That is nothing but the knapsack. We have to put these items in the knapsack, okay. That is our problem, okay. That is our scenario, that we have to place these items in the knapsack. But what is this constraint for that is the weight of all that items should be less than or equal to capacity of that knapsack, and the value is maximized. Value is maximized means what? We will get the maximum profit, okay. That value here we are referring to the profit, okay. Now A's weight given is 10, B's weight is 20, and C's weight is 30. In diagram, we can see. Now, our what our capacity of knapsack is 50. Okay, means we cannot exceed the capacity, that is 50. Getting? So what we will do is, we will take whole A, which will consider the or which will take the capacity of this knapsack by 10. Okay, A will be placed here totally. Then 20. Okay, B's weight is 20. That will be किती कॅपॅसिटी राहिली आहे जेव्हा आपण 10 ऍड करतो नॅपसॅक मध्ये, तेव्हा त्याची कॅपॅसिटी किती राहिली आहे 40. ओके, सो 20 इज लेस दॅन 40, सो इट विल go in this knapsack. A will be full, B will be full. Now the knapsack is 10 plus 20 is equal to 30 and remaining place is 20. Okay, and C we have is the 30. Okay, now see here, if the simple knapsack problem is there, it is it will be over now. Okay, if we consider A and B, getting because C is greater than the capacity of remaining capacity of knapsack. कळतंय? आपण knapsack मध्ये A घातला, कॅपॅसिटी 10 नी कमी झाली, 40 राहिली. ओके, नाव आपण B घातला knapsack मध्ये, तर त्याचं वेट किती आहे 20. 20 plus 10 is equal to 30. Remaining capacity of knapsack is 30. So C पूर्ण जाऊ शकतो का knapsack मध्ये? No, it won't go. Okay, so if we want to solve the simple knapsack problem, our problem will be stopped here. A and B भरलं. Okay, our problem will be stopped. Instead of that, if simple knapsack problem is there, what we can do is, for maximizing the profit, we will put A and C. Okay, or we will put B and C to maximize the profit. How the maximized profit will be measured? Here value is 100, that is profit is 100 for B, and profit for C is 120. Okay, so total 220 will be the profit, which will be maximum if we consider B and C in the knapsack. Because if both are there, B and C will be there, then the capacity of that knapsack will be full. Okay, otherwise we can consider in the knapsack A and C also, but it is not, it will not give the maximum profit. The profit it will give is 120 and 60 is 180. Okay, and the capacity will remain by 10, means A's weight is 10, C's weight is 30. 30 plus 10, it gives us a 40. Okay, and profit we get is also 120 plus 60 as 180. Getting? So what we will do is, next step is fractional knapsack problem. Okay, why this knapsack problem is divided in simple knapsack and fractional knapsack. In fractional knapsack, it again gives us the maximum profit. Okay, getting? Consider here, A we have taken full, B also we have taken full, and C's value is 120. Sorry, C's weight is 30. Okay, 30 wholly will not go in this knapsack. So what we will do is, 30 will not, we will part the 30, we will fraction the C block in with considering the weight 30. Okay, we'll make 3 parts of that, 10, 10, 10. Okay, now what will be there? 2/3 of that C will go in the knapsack. Why? Remaining capacity of knapsack is 20 after A and B. Okay, नुसता knapsack problem काय असणार आहे? A B तरी जाणार knapsack मध्ये, किंवा A आणि C तरी जाणार, किंवा B आणि C तरी जाणार. तिन्ही आयटम्स knapsack मध्ये एका वेळेस जाणार नाही. It is the simple knapsack problem. But fractional knapsack, what we are doing is, we are taking fraction of block C or item C, which will be 2/3. 2/3 means 20 of this. 2/3 of this C will go in this knapsack. Okay, A's weight is 10, B's weight is 20. 10 plus 20, it becomes 30, and 20 of this 30. Okay, 20 weight from this weight 30 of block C will go in the knapsack. So the knapsack will be full. Why we are saying it as a fractional knapsack? Because we have fraction one of the items, okay, from this given items. Okay, C item, we divided it, we fractioned it, we parted it. Okay, C block, 2/3 of that we have taken, then it becomes 20. So 10 plus 20 plus 20 is equal to 50. Okay, which is the capacity of our knapsack problem. Okay, now see here what this is saying. Take A, B and 2/3 of C. Yes, we have considered block A, block B and 2/3 part of block C. Okay, what the total weight will be? 10 plus 20 plus 30 into 2/3. what it becomes? It becomes is 20. 2/3 of 30 is 20. So 10 plus 20 plus 20, the total weight of knapsack will be 50. Okay. Now the total value or total profit. How we are getting it? Total profit 60 plus 100 plus 120 into 2 by 3. Okay, 120 into 2 by 3. It becomes what is 2/3 of 120? It is 80, I think. Yes or no? Yes, it's 80. So what we get is 60 plus 100 plus 80 is equal to 240. We get the maximum profit if we consider this scenario. Okay, fractional knapsack. नुसतं knapsack यूज केलं एकतर ए आणि बी तरी येणार त्याच्यामध्ये मॅक्सिमम प्रॉफिट आहे का 100 प्लस 60 160 इट इज नॉट देअर इफ वी कन्सिडर ए अँड सी इन द knapsack 60 plus 120 the total profit will be 180 which is also not the maximum. Okay, if we consider B and C blocks in this knapsack, okay, then B is 120 sorry 100 and C is 120. 120 plus 100 it becomes 220. Okay, so simply considering the knapsack problem, it is not giving us the maximum profit. If we consider here the fractional knapsack, okay, fractional knapsack we consider, then what we get is A is 10, B is 20, and C is again 20. Okay, 10 plus 20 plus 20, it becomes the 50, and the profit gained will be 60 plus 100 plus this 80. Total will be 240. Okay, getting why we are moving towards the fractional knapsack. Simple knapsack problems are there, but we are moving towards fractional knapsack for the sake of getting maximum profit. Okay, कळालं तर सगळ्यांना knapsack problem काय आहे? Knapsack problem, we are given in this problem some items which will have some weight and some profit. What we have to do there is minimize the weight and maximize the profit. Okay, the weight should be up to the capacity of that knapsack. It should not exceed the capacity of knapsack. Okay, the total weight should be less than or equal to of weight of or capacity of knapsack. Okay, and profit will be any type of solution will be there. Maximum profit should be there. Getting it is nothing but a fractional knapsack problem. Okay. Now what the problem scenario is, we will see here. Then suppose example taken is of thief. Okay, thief म्हणजे काय? चोर. चोराला काय करायचंय? ओके, सामान कमीत कमी घ्यायचंय पण त्याच्यापासून त्याला प्रॉफिट जास्त असलं पाहिजे. ओके, getting, because he wants to take the maximum weight up to W. Okay, W is the capacity of that knapsack. Okay, W is the maximum weight of that knapsack, and a thief is robbing a store and can carry maximum weight of W into his knapsack. Okay. There are n items available in the store and weight of ith item is Wi and profit is Pi. Okay. Now, what this sentence is saying, ith item, total n items will be there. For ith item, weight will be Wi and profit will be Pi. Okay. Then, in this context, the items should be selected in such a way that the thief will carry those items for which he will gain maximum profit. Okay, such items should be there from which that thief will get the maximum profit. Okay, hence the objective of the thief is to maximize the profit. Okay, maximizing the profit. Okay, in this case, items can be broken into smaller pieces. Okay, hence the thief can select fractions of items. Means what? Again, the fractional knapsack we have seen here in the diagram. A we could take whole, B we could take whole, but what about C? C could not go whole, so we parted that C. We divided that C into parts, and whichever the part that will fit in the knapsack will be taken as the solution. Okay. And we have taken the example of thief is robbing a store. Okay. And what is the time? A thief is robbing into the store and he is having a knapsack with the maximum capacity, capital W. N items are available in that store. And weight of a single item, that is ith item, will be denoted with Wi and its profit will be denoted with Pi. Okay, it is the notations we are going to use. Then, according to the problem statement, what the scenarios are there? There are n items in the store. Yes. Weight of ith item is Wi, which is greater than 0. Okay. It is a positive value. Okay. It is greater than 0. Weight of that item. Okay. Profit of same item will be denoted by Pi, which will be Pi, which Pi will be greater than 0. Okay. Pi is greater than 0. And capacity of the knapsack is W. Okay. Capacity of that knapsack is W, which is already given in the problem. Okay. Now, in this version, the knapsack problem, items can be broken into smaller pieces. That here we have already seen items can be broken into smaller pieces. Same like that, the items should means they can be broken. So the thief may take only a fraction of xi of ith item. Okay, that what the x will be, xi of ith item, what the x will be, fraction of that ith item. Okay, because we are going to consider is the fractional knapsack problem. Okay, what the fractional knapsack problem is? Here we can see that ith item will have some separate parts. Okay, or fractions, okay, and that parts will be denoted by xi, okay. Xi will be the fraction of ith item or part of ith item. Getting the denotions? Yes. काय काय कशाने डिनोट केले कळाले? ith आयटमचं जर वेट असेल तर WI, प्रॉफिट PI, fraction of that ith item will be shown by XI, and W is the total capacity of that knapsack. Okay. Now we will see it how we are going to take this in mathematical form. Okay. Mathematical form मध्ये आपण हे कसं डिझाइन करणार आहोत? काय, the ith item contributes the weight xi into wi. Yes, it is correct. Ith item weight will be xi into wi to the total weight. Okay, to the total weight in the knapsack. Knapsackच्या वेटचा जो काही पार्ट असेल तो त्या आयच्या फ्रॅक्शननी जो कॉन्ट्रीब्यूट केलेला असेल तो किती असेल? xi into wi. Okay, to the total weight in the knapsack, and profit xi into pi to the total profit. Okay, profit we have to maximize here. What we have to do? Profit to be maximized to the total profit. Okay, we will get xi into pi as the profit for the xth item of the given seat. Okay, and that the profit of that ith item will be taken as xi into pi. Okay, then mathematically we are going to prove like this. Hence the objective of this algorithm is maximize. What we have to maximize? Summation of n is equal to 1 to n. N is equal to 1 to n xi into pi. What we have to maximize is profit. Okay, from n is equal to 1 to n, xi into pi is to be increased. Okay, so the function given is maximize this function, summation n equal to 1 to n xi into pi. Now subject to constraint. What the limit is there? What the constraint is there? Summation n is equal to 1 to n xi into wi. Okay, summation n to n equal to 1 to n, we have that weight of that knapsack should be w only. So the weight of this xi into wi should be less than or equal to capital W. Okay, getting what the constraint will be? It will be n is equal to 1 to n xi into wi is less than or equal to W. Okay. Yes. We have to maximize the profit, and we have this condition or this limit for that. Okay. Maximize the profit and don't exceed the weight is the scenario. Now, it is clear that an optimal solution must fill the knapsack exactly. Okay, as we have seen in the diagram. Optimal solution, what it can do? It will have to fill the knapsack exactly. Otherwise, we could add a fraction of one of the remaining items and increase the overall profit. Ultimately, what we want is maximize the profit. If some space is remaining in the knapsack, we will add fraction of remaining terms so that we will get the maximum or optimal solution. What the means, what, how we will denote it with the mathematical equations. Summation n is equal to 1 to n, xi into wi is equal to w. What the condition should be there? It should be less than or equal to w. But to get the optimal solution, what we want to do is xi into wi should be equal to w. Okay, to get the optimal solution. To get the optimal solution, what we want to do is n is equal to 1 to n, xi into wi is equal to w. Okay. In this context, first we need to sort those items according to the value of fraction pi upon wi. Means if profit is high and this wi, that is weight of that item, will be sort the items according to the value of, so that pi plus 1 upon wi plus 1 is less than or equal to pi upon wi. Okay, what the constraint we need here is, to take the next decision, we have to maximize the profit again. This equation you will get when we will solve the problem actually. Okay, getting in last slide what we seen, we have to maximize the profit. Okay, and we have the limitation of this weight of the knapsack. Okay, this xi into wi should be less than or equal to w. Then what we did is, for getting the optimal solution, the knapsack should be full. Okay, so when summation n is equal to 1 to n, xi into wi should be equal to w. Knapsack पूर्ण भरलेली पाहिजे, yes or no, so that it will get the maximum profit. Okay, now what this last sentence is, in this context, first we need to sort those items according to the value of pi and means pi is divided by wi, means it is considering the profit and weight ratio. Okay, ratio of profit and weight. Okay, that means the ratio of next step should be less than or equal to ratio of current state. Okay, here x is an array to store the fraction of items. We have seen already, x is what? X is the fraction of item. Okay, that fraction of that item is x. What it is saying is, it is the ratio of profit and weight of next step should be less than or equal to profit and weight of next step. Okay, we will see with the help of example in the next lecture. So again, the idea will be clear. Algorithm also we will see in the next lecture. Okay, have you got yes. Whose lecture is next? Link is not there. In timetable, whose lecture is there? Yes.
Ma'am, group discussion.
Okay. Link is not there yet. I have another work, so I cannot continue. Just wait for a minute. I will call you CC. All of you have written your attendance in chat box. Just put it only once. Do not repeat. And after writing your attendance, you can leave the meeting. I have some admission related work, so I cannot continue. Your CC will give next instructions to you. Okay. So we'll stop here today. Tomorrow we are having 2 hours of lecture, come practical. Uh, we will continue our syllabus in practicals also like this. Okay. We will pause here.